Hello guys, it's me Mike, and today I'm going to show you how to create a cool customized contact banner for ease of use for people to come and visit your site and know their options of contacting you, like from social networking websites like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And I'm going to show you how to create that in Photoshop CS4. Please visit cmykarts.com to collect the project files. There will be a banner rotation on the front page of the website where you can just go there, click on it, and view this tutorial there as well, along with a download for the project files that's included with this video tutorial. Alright, so I'm in Photoshop, and here's an example that you will see on my website. It's the contact me banner that I created with a image of a lady or model with a cool vector heart shape in the background, some star shapes or star brushes that I kind of made up to make it look more, style, and a contact me with a heart and some cool arrows pointing to the different contacting options that you have available, like that. Alright, so what you will need to do is go to File, New, and I'm working with a 950 by 300 document. Depending on, if you're posting on a website, on a blog or something, you may want a certain size, so be free to adjust this however you want it. But for this example, I'm using 950 for width and 300 for the height. Press OK. I'm just going to close out that image because I'm not going to use that. Okay, so usually I'll go into layers and I'm going to double click on that background layer to unlock it. Doing this is important so that way you can edit it and add your own background layers and everything to it. So double click on it and it should bring you up to the layer style panel. Click on gradient overlay, and then I'm gonna select this dark to gray gradient. I'll have this included in the project file, so don't worry about that. All you have to do is just once you get up to the screen, click on this little arrow right here on the top hand right, click on that, click on load gradients, and then browse for the project file that I included in this video and select that gradient file, and should have that same exact gradient. Okay, now I'm going to select the blend mode to hard light, and I'm going to select my pattern overlay. Now the pattern overlay is going to consist of certain patterns that you may have and stuff. For this example, I'm going to use this like this metal carbon fiber type pattern, and I'm just going to show you how it looks. That's how it looks right there on the black. I'm not sure if you can see it well in this video. Anyway, so I have that. That's the way I want it. I'm press OK. Now I'm gonna go to File, Place, Social Networking, Icons, a heart, an arrow, a heart vector PSD file, and a picture of a model that I'm going to use in this video. So I'm first going to select the heart vector PSD and press place. The banner hearts, and what I'm going to do is select the opacity, and I'm going to set it to overlay. I think it's overlay, yeah, overlay. And then what I'm going to do is press Ctrl J to make a duplicate of that layer, so it can kind of add a little more color in that background so you can kind of see it a little bit more. It's taking a while to show up on my computer because my computer is running a little bit slow. Anyway, so as you can see, you can have this this little fade of the hearts in the background, and if you think you need another layer, just Ctrl J again, make that layer pop out just a little bit more. And next, what we're going to do is go to File, Place again. I mean, not File, Place again, but File, Place. And we're going to place the image of the model within this project. So, there it is. It's called Jessica Maximus. Alright, so we have our model. And you can use your own picture if you want for this one. So, here's our model. And what I'm going to do is expand it to only where half of her body is showing, and that way we kind of get a good look of who we're going to contact, Alright, so we're going to go at the bottom of and we have our image. And what we're going to do is, like we did before with the hearts, we're going to press Ctrl J to duplicate that layer. and we're gonna go back into our layers panel. We're gonna drag that one underneath, you know, the first copy, and you can rename it if you want. We're gonna put copy image. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is set it to overlay, and what we're gonna do is first we're gonna lock this first image of the lady, which you can select that little lock up there, the little lock, and we're gonna select our copy layer, and we're gonna drag that over. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it. Of course it didn't do it the right way. Alright. We're gonna bring it back out of overlay so we can see what we're doing first. And I'm gonna Control T, and then I'm gonna resize it, make it just a slight bit bigger, then press enter, and I'm gonna bring it down like that, and then bring back out my first layer, and I'm gonna bring back that copy and put it right behind her like that. Something like that. And then we could do, I don't know, overlay was a little too much, maybe soft light. Hard light looks alright, but I don't know. Hard light, and maybe drop the opacity to about 75. Something like that. That looks pretty cool. And next what we're gonna do is add some cool brushes. Now these brushes will be included in the project files. So once you do have them, you want to make sure and press Control Shift N to make a new layer. And then what we're gonna do is you're gonna want to load in the brush from the project file. To do that, just go and select that little downward arrow on the brush thing. Select the side arrow on the right. Select load brushes, and browse for the project file that I gave you, and select that brush file. Next, what you're going to do is come over here. I'm going to zoom in right here. You want to select that. I'm going to select this little icon where we're going to edit our brush. I'm going to make a star shaped brush. Now you want to make sure your master diameter is 50. We're going to go into shape dynamics, select all the way up to size 100 for the size jitter, and a minimum diameter to 0. It could be on pen pressure, or it could just be off, doesn't really matter. And scattering, you want to make sure it's set to 1000%, and everything else is at 0. And then we can preview it by just running across the image, and you can see the results of, you know, the stars and everything like that. Now you can resize it to, let's say, 30 pixels and make little stars like that. So that's exactly what we're going to do on this one. I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to select my text tool, and I'm going to select the font called Renaissance. This will also be in the project files if you guys are looking for it, or you can find it on defont.com. Contact me. I'm going to resize it and set it to about 20 or maybe 14. 18 looks cool. 18. Alright, and next what we're going to do is nudge it over a little bit, so that way it could be like in the center of that area right there. Okay, now next what we're going to do is create another layer. Control Shift N to create a new layer. Select our brush tool. With that same brush we made, we're going to hover over the contact me text, and we're going to run our brush right across it to give this like this glamour look, just like that. And don't forget to save it, because sometimes things happen in your project file, or Photoshop may crash or something, so it's a good time to save it right now if you haven't done so. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our project file. So we're going to go File, Place, and we're going to go browse for our heart. I'm going to select that heart and press Place. Now we're gonna have to resize this, so resize it to a reasonable size, something small. Okay, something a little bit bigger than that. Okay, and press enter. I'm gonna bring that heart right underneath the contact me text, and bring it down just a little bit, and then we're gonna go back to file, place, back into our project file, and we're gonna select that gloss looking arrow, like really glossy looking arrow, and what we're gonna do is resize this as well. So I'm gonna resize it a little bit small, okay, like that, and then we're gonna expand it on the left side just a little bit, so something like this. We're gonna hold shift and do it something like that. Press enter. So now we have our arrow. Now we're gonna duplicate that arrow. So first we're gonna rotate it about 90 degrees, where it's like facing downward like that. Alright, now press enter, and we're gonna have that pointing downward. Now we're gonna go into the layers panel in a few minutes because we want that arrow to be behind the heart. So select that arrow text and bring it underneath the heart layer. So as you can see, it's underneath now. Alright, so next what we're gonna do is make a duplicate 2 times of it. So Control J, and there we go. Now we're gonna press Control T to resize, and we're gonna rotate it about like a negative. Cool. Now that we have our heart with the arrows pointing in 3 directions, we're gonna go back to our project file, file place, and we're gonna select the different icons. You can put it in any order you want. I'm gonna do YouTube first, because this is going on YouTube, so I figured YouTube would be a good start. Now before we start this resizing and everything, we're gonna make sure we put on our grid. So press Control and hit that quotation button right next to the Enter key. I'm sure that's on your keyboard, and resize it and make it look like it's this is a good way to keep your stuff, or keep your images aligned and everything like that. So I'm gonna align it somewhere close to this line. It's yeah, I'm just gonna it's a good way of resizing and keeping your files, your images looking neat. Alright, so I'm gonna press enter. That's 1 image down and 2 to go, and then keep doing this until you get all your social networking icons in place. Or if you don't know where to get any social networking icons, just go to Google and search up some whatever icon you're looking for, and I'm sure you'll find it. In fact, there's a website called iconfinder.com, and from there you can go to Icon Finder and search up any type of icon you're most likely looking for, and they will have it. So press enter. It's a little bit smaller, the icon, the Facebook icon, because my computer wasn't cooperating with me while I was screencasting. So anyway, this is the final result. This is what your icon, your contact me banner should look like if you was following along, or if it could look slightly different depending on if you put your own image in and things like that. Alright, so it's me, Mike. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check in at cmykarts.com to view this tutorial there, and to collect the project files for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please leave a comment on your feedback, and that's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.